Hello, beautiful souls. All right, so I just am coming back from my cabin and I'm soaked through to the bone. So I don't know if you can tell, I'm like soaked. I got the heat cranked, seat heater on. I'm like, I look like a drowned rat. Anyway, I just gotta say, so I had this problem out at my cabin where the gutter started to come off. And it's not really the easiest place to be working on something like that because it's right next to a creek and it's sloped and it's soft. But so I met this guy, a friend of a friend of a friend. Now he's my friend. And I just gotta say, people I don't know are just friends I have not met yet. You know when you get that feeling and this knowing down deep just of how many amazing people there are. So he agreed to go out there and help me, not even knowing me, just because he's a good guy. It was pouring rain. And when I say pouring rain, I mean I'm in Western Washington and huge raindrops. Like I think there's like 2 or 3 inches of rain that's supposed to fall today. We were out he was on the ladder. I was underneath helping him pass stuff up. We were so wet. Like I was so wet that my waterproof jacket stopped being waterproof, and it had tape seams and everything. I mean, if you live in a wet climate, you know what I'm saying. It was starting to not be waterproof at that point. Anyway, so he got the gutter put back up and he was still up on the ladder, and I just had this overwhelming, here it comes again, feeling of gratitude. So for a lot of my life, or the first part of my life, I was shown a lot of people that weren't that great, that didn't have this pureness of heart, I guess is the best way to say it. Not that they weren't good people, they just didn't always do the right thing. So I ended up dealing with a lot of issues. Meanness. Expectations. But today, and not just today, I'm going to say this has been a theme for me of just noticing the world isn't bad. The world is a reflection of what is in our own hearts about the world. So once you begin to start seeing the goodness in people, once you begin to really anchor in this gratitude and have these amazing conversations of connection with people, like I said, who just aren't your friends yet. The reflection back to me is so different. I am being shown all the goodness in the world. And don't get me wrong, I know that there's other things happening as well. I'm not delusional. But there was a time, even 2 or 3 years ago, where I was just, I kept seeing all of this negativity and all of this badness and all of the things that are wrong and all of the control and all of this. I know that is still there, but there is also people like me, people like this guy I just met, people like Mac, people like Zach, people like Danny, people that are in my inner circle who want to help people, who are here to help if they can. There's a lot of us out here too, I tell you what. And I'm finding more and more and more of them. Friends I just haven't met yet. And the thought of that just makes me want to burst into tears. It is exciting and exhilarating all at once. It just makes my heart expand. Here's what I've noticed. A lot of what's been happening, especially for the Divine Feminine, is that we have stopped asking for help for years and years and years. We can handle it ourselves. We handle our business. We take care of stuff. Here's the thing. We can't always. Or we can, but just think how much easier it would be with a little help. Or a little know-how. Right? So here's what, like today, I could have done that. I didn't know how to do it. I could have YouTubed it. I could have done this. I could have done that. But this guy knew exactly what to do. I was the one that brought the supplies. He had the know-how. He did it. We did it in hardly any time at all. Here's the thing. We are meant to work together. Together, everything is better. So, Divine Feminine, reach out. And guys too, reach out. You aren't expected to know everything about everything. You probably know a little about a lot if you're like me. And know some things deeply. This is about a renewed vulnerability and openness that we are being asked to embody. And how I know that is that when I do it, when I ask for help, help arrives. And it might not be in exactly the form that I imagined. We're really being asked to let go of any attachment to how it might show up for you. And this is not just about help. This is in general. Let go of attachment, how things will show up for you. Because we ask that it is this or something better. Or just make it happen. Help me. Assist me. Maybe it'll be somebody that shows up that knows exactly how to do what you've been needing to do. And they're like, hey, I see this need here. Can I help? Yeah. Yeah. Open up. Allow yourself to be vulnerable, to ask for help. Ooh, even if nobody shows up right away. Do not lose faith. Oh yeah, whole body chills. Faith is so important right now. Faith, surrender, vulnerability, compassion, grace, and this idea of paying it all forward. So here's the thing. You know what? You might need some help right now. Pay it forward. If somebody needs a hand with something, help. I've been doing this for years and years and years and years. In service. I am in service. And it's amazing how it shows up in my life. Other people who are also in service. Like this guy today is like, yeah, you don't need to pay me. I was like, what? Yeah, I do. You just drove your truck out here, and I know driving a truck is not cheap right now with gas prices. So I handed him some money, and I said, you know what? This should hopefully fill your gas tank if it's on empty. And if you want to stay in my cabin, text me and let me know if you have a good time without kids, because I owe you one. So I just wanted to share the gratitude piece. When we do open ourselves up, ask for help, help shows up. The heart opening in the receiving is just as big as the heart opening with giving. I love you guys.